So we're back on the Mana Symbol channel playing a little bit of this sweetness from the deck dump. This is GYRUDA Doom of Depths Reanimator. Black-green, we've got Grave Titans instead of Primeval Titans. GYRUDA Doom of Depths is a companion with the companion condition that all of the cards in your main deck must be even. For this, you get a 6-mana 6/6 Demon Kraken. When it enters the battlefield, each player mills 4 cards. You put the creature cards with a... You may put a creature card with an even mana value from among the milled cards onto the battlefield under your control. So, our deck has an absolute ton of these. Our opponent's deck may have some useful ones as well. So, obviously, Sakura-Tribe Elder and Sylvan Caryatid are not the things we want to hit. But any of these ones, 13, it's a pretty good hit rate there. So let's run the odds real quick. 60, 13, 4, 1. So 63% chance to hit one of these, which is obviously not super high. But we also have the ability to discard stuff or rummage stuff into the graveyard with Ransack the Lab, or Grisly Salvage, and then persist it out. We also have Cabal Coffers alongside 4 copies of Urborg, Tomb of Yawgmoth, 26 lands total, a whole mess of swamps to get with your Sakura-Tribe Elder. So hard casting a lot of this stuff is not going to be totally unreasonable. There's a whopping 4 Urborg Tomb of Yawgmoth in this list. I assume that works pretty well. We've got Leyline of the Void for some graveyard hate in the sideboard, Damnation, Tourach, and Packrat. Pretty reasonable against more controlling decks, I think. So let's go ahead and let's check this out. Control players probably have to hit you with a Solitude pretty quickly if you put out a Packrat. All right. Now, ladies. It's Thursday. Where are my modern players at? Where are my modern players at? Ooh, Notes in an Octave with 3 months. 3 years, as you say. Maybe you're going in Fiddlebender years. No, wait, did gnomes live a long time? They do. You're going in orc years? I want to say orcs live less time than humans in D&D at least. Alright, let's do it. Notes in an Octave. I love it. Love it. The correct number is 11. 11 notes in an octave. In our, was it equal tempered scale? All right, so seems fine. I don't know if I'm supposed to pitch for this grief, or on turn 2 I can ramp and then see where I end up. So against a Yawgmoth deck. So this is either Affinity or Tron. So this is probably a good game to grief on turn 1 off the Grisly Salvage or the Titan. Because if I want something more impactful to persist, I can always Grisly Salvage on 2. Okay. Yeah, I think I know where we're going with this. Okay. So keep this one. We're going to grief on turn 1 and see where this game's going. Latest Titan creativity deck. So I didn't do any of the lists, but if you look on the top chunk of lists there, I believe you'll find... it fairly near the top. If you can't, let me know. Okay, 2 lands and the map. No green mana. Alright. That dies, cool. So I think we have time to look for a more impactful payoff. Obviously, if they... Oh, they do have the Warping Whale in hand, though, which will counter my Persist. So maybe we just bring back the Grief right now to take that out. It seems like a pretty low power play, but then again, maybe it's not. Yeah, if you can't find it, let me know. I can't imagine why you wouldn't be able to find it, but... So we take the Warping Whale. They natty-troned. Opponent, you're a jerk. Alright, well, I guess I'm taking Karn. Okay, 10 turn clock, go. I guess I'm playing Farseek this turn and seeing if they counter it. Oh, Tron. You're always the worst. They do bother countering this. Okay, good. I mean, I'm not in a great spot, but Grisly Salvage into Persist might be able to pull us through. So they don't have a castable payoff at the moment. They still are locked off the Sylvan Scrying. So 2 unknowns. Seems alright. Sakura-Tribe Elder. Well, I'm going to want the land off the Grisly Salvage, so we're going to main phase this. I actually assume there was a reason I maybe should have done this in main phase 1, although I don't know what it would be. We found no good thing to hit with Persist. Well, that's annoying. Cabal Coffers plus the Sakura-Tribe Elder theoretically gets me closer to hardcasting GYRUDA. So I guess we'll go this direction. Not going well so far. Getting GYRUDA up in here. Oh, it's Bomat Courier. Okay, so Bomat Courier, you're the one who was at SCGCon with Cape Dan and doing the coverage, right? Of him going to the Pioneer thing live. I have to separate you from aggro player Bomat Courier. Oh my god, they drew another Karn anyway. Yeah, there's the one in the graveyard. That's a you? Okay, cool. I don't know how we can draw out of this anymore. Oh, maybe I should have kept the Sack Elder because it gives me mana. I should have. All right, we're not beating this game. They just drew the absolute nuts. We took their expedition map, they natty-tron, and then all that happened. I guess I'll bring in Voidbeer. It's not great, but it's like not complete garbage. And I think Tourach. If we get like early discard into Tourach, maybe we take them off of their stuff. So I think Wurmcoil is kind of unnecessary payoff. Although this is cutting the number of payoffs I have down really low. But obviously I have to find something in the early game to cut down on. Grave Titan's a much faster clock, Archon's a faster clock, and Sundering Titan might be able to kill a couple lands, especially with them having Yawgmoth and me having 4 copies of Urborg, so... And then... 26 lands. I don't want to cut any ramp, so I think Brutality will be the thing that goes out, and especially with slightly less reanimation targets. Alright, let's go Demon Kraken. This is a lot of mana pretty quickly. You won F&M last night with 4-color creativity. So fun to play. I agree. It is a very, very fun deck to play. There's no way in the world we outrun the average Tron hand with this. Because we're ramping on 2, and we do have like the Urborg Cabal Coffers, double Cabal Coffers combo, so I think that's something like... Yeah, it's going to be a reasonable amount of mana, but I don't think we can do this with no interaction. This is a much, much better hand. I think we ditched Sundering Titan over Archon. I don't... The fact that Archon's more likely to offer me some kind of interaction is what I'm looking for here. We do need... Yeah, we're gonna play a bunch of nonsense today, Dave. Bunch of nonsense. F&M on a Wednesday? I mean, to be fair, like... It means Friday Night Magic. I mean, I get it. Like, you gotta just, like, realize that that's the level of creativity. You're in a different time zone? But I don't think you could be that far in the future, right? Alright, so I don't have to play Caryatid. Not Caryatid. I don't have to play Voidmirror this turn.
And remember,
can I... Does it make sense to ramp this turn instead of Voidmirror? Because they're likely going to just play Sylvan's Crying this turn. I'm going to do this. I'm going to ramp instead of playing the Voidmirror this turn. It's probably the wrong choice, but... thanks for the follow there, Bomat Career. Thank you, thank you. WNM? Yeah, I mean... Well, the thing is, like, a lot of stores can't really support, like, a double F&M on it. They get Yawgmoth. Well, that's unfortunate. A lot of stores can't support 2 different formats. So, on the same Friday night. Yeah, they got us. They had our number. I mean, I think I have to play it this turn anyway, which is a touch unfortunate. I should just play the Swamp here. I have to play it this turn anyway. Because then they can't just play Tron Peace and crush us. I assume this means they just had natural Tron again, and they're getting the green just for sort of insurance. If we really wanted to beat Green Tron better, we could play Break the Ice, which obviously this current deck list is not playing, but so what is this? This just adds a net neutral, right? Yeah, 3 out of 3. But we get to play Caryatid and grab GYRUDA, which we can cast next turn. Not necessarily to a good enough effect, but let's see. If we get Ugin, we're toast, most likely. Unless I draw Urborg. If we draw, or if they play Karn Liberated, we're not in good shape. O-Stone. Almost all their payoffs are good enough here. The only one that isn't is like Thragtusk or Wurmcoil. It looks like Wurmcoil. Nope. Yes? Thragtusk. That is not good enough. Okay. So you're saying there's a chance. saying there's a chance. Everything's a forest, so if we find the Sundering Titan again... Yeah, see, now, I can't help but think you could have done that in the other order opponent. And then you'd be able to cast this Karn Liberated that you're definitely going to draw. Pog. Got him. All right. So, play the Sack Elder to get another swamp. Doesn't get me up on mana. GYRUDA Doom of Depths. They can't Stirring's Karn that turn anyway. Oh, you're right. They don't have enough. Well, that's a Grave Titan. Oh. Okay. Yes. Probably should have this Abrupt Decay. And I think I want the Brutality back on the draw. Just like anything we can have to slow them down and take out the Caryatids. Kind of got a YOLO quick reanimation here, probably. Two CMC hate artifacts are sweet. Yeah, they're not bad, Torpor Orb. Where's Void Mirror 2? Are they hanging out on Chalice X equals 1, too? Ooh. This is loose. We're on 26 lands. We'll probably draw a non-Coffers land, right? So I have 2 shots at one of my 21 lands that will actually help me here. That's really bad. Oh, it's 22, but still, I really shouldn't keep this. Anyway, here's losing. Oh, not a chance, Chief Joe. We came here to meme. The thing is, having Void Mirror on 2, never didn't have it. The thing is that the chance of drawing Void Mirror in the opener again, when I kind of need it right now on the draw, was just... I think I was willing to take the risk. And they were going to give us the gimme anyway. Because this would make the Coffers tap for mana. So I was going to get away with murder there anyway. Now I don't have to... Now we can go for a turn 3 reanimation, because we know they don't have turn 3 Tron. They have a draw step stop? Is surgical? Nope. Okay. Well, yes, the turn. I mean, we were 58% to hit a mana-producing land, right? It was actually slightly higher than... What are you doing? Are you going to cycle Wilt? Is that where we're... Nope. Okay. I mean, I guess there wasn't really any reason not to do that then. I don't know what to say. I don't, to mill a creature with salvage. Well, it can hit lands, but milling a creature with salvage, yeah, it's not super high. Especially the way I've sideboarded. I want to say I'm down to... Well, it can still hit the Tourach. I don't know, it's like 13 hits. So if you do exclamation point odds space 60 space 13 space 5 space 1, you'll get the number you're looking for. So we found Tourach for hand and Archon for graveyard. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Did I see the fixed Tidespout Tyrant? I did do. In what way is that fixed? What's wrong with... Oh, because Tidespout Tyrant can bounce lands? I mean, come on. We play Eternal formats here. We're not worried about that, right? Come on now. Should I have ramped on 2? Because I could have gone double. I could have just done this properly on 3. I think I could have. I screwed up the play pattern of the deck here, but it's fine because we're going to get an Archon anyway. But I think I should basically always be ramping on 2 so I can go double spell on 3. Oh well. Do you have Veil, opponent? The thing is, Tidespout Tyrant, but yeah, they do have Veil. Tidespout Tyrant bouncing lands is like the thing that makes it basically playable, right? I mean, unless I'm wrong. Like, yeah, like, Tidespout Tyrant doesn't even see play, so it didn't need to be fixed. I mean, like, obviously, Commander is a different format. But, like, that can't possibly be a problem for Commander, right? Yeah, but, like, is that a problem? That your 8-mana card can bounce opponent's lands? It's like Upheaval being banned. It just drives me crazy. I don't get it. Like, how can this possibly be a problem? Like, if Armageddon's legal, EDH is bad? Okay. Fair enough. Well, that's annoying. For a whole bunch of reasons. I am going to be able to get the Archon right back. So I guess we're spending this turn ramping. Let's attack first, post-combat, fetch, and then Ransack the Lab. No, I want to fetch before we draw with the Archon. I guess if I kick Tourach this turn, it means they're not going to have, like, any... I did, Alex. It's no Carnage Tyrant, but... I should probably kick Tourach this turn, right? And then they'll O-Stone me next turn, and then we just bring back the Archon immediately. Seems good. Because I want to make sure they don't have the option of just, like, I don't know, playing Karn and nuking my board. And I think this makes them much more likely to O-Stone. I think we kind of got to pedal to the metal a little bit with O-Stone in play. Yeah. But again, Jig, the question that I don't know if you missed it or not, but the question is Tidespout Tyrant playable even though it can bounce lands? It's not, right? Nobody's playing that card. Not in this format, again. People are playing it in the People's format. But I just don't understand what the rules are on what's playable in EDH and who's policing that. If, like, as far as I understand it, the major... Oh, this is just a playlist, Jiggy. The major contributing factor of what's playable in your EDH group is whatever your group decides the power level is, right? Like, I don't know. Nice coffers. The taps for green. It currently turns 3 mana into 4 mana. I just put a Sundering Titan into the graveyard. So I could put GYRUDA in my hand. And then take them off one of their Tron lands. I lose a swamp. But that's probably the best way to go. Unless they have Warping Whale. Okay. And I get to put down a Void Mirror? Nice. I don't know why they did that like that, but okay. Wish I had a Urborg in play here, but... So they fetched the mine, so let's kill the mine. And then basic swamp. Okay. Hopefully the Void Mirror makes it somewhat awkward for them. If they immediately recoup their Tron, obviously it'll be less than great. I have 6 mana next turn to just cast GYRUDA, so we might have gotten through this. We'll see. Depends on how nutso their play is right off the bat. Okay. Nature's Claim into map. Okay. That was the least tenacious Green Tron player I've ever seen. They also basically never... was it maybe right to kill the Yawgmoth? Oh yeah, I didn't even consider that. You guys are 100% right. Literally didn't even... I wasn't even a consideration from my side. Should have been. Definitely shouldn't have been. That's on me. I don't know. Like, obviously we had the Void Mirror in play, so it would make it very awkward for them to do anything. No, that was the right play. Just 100%. I mean, I got away with it, but do that next time, people. Be better. Be best. I don't know, though. Is it not easier for them to have a green source? I guess they play like four green sources, or maybe even 3 in the whole deck. They've got like 2 forests and a Yawgmoth, so if they're just on... Hey, Scarlet. If they're just on... Thanks for mentioning you and Twim. Oh, absolutely. Well, you were... Doom Switch shouted you out in his thing when he won the thing. In his tweet. When he won the challenge. If they had a forest Yawgmoth, it would be a big punish, though. Yeah, but they just don't have that many. I think on odds it was correct to kill the Yawgmoth. This does not look good enough at all. It's just not, right? Yeah. Well, it's not good. But... Well, you put in good work. Right? Like, I'm sure you deserve it, right? There you are. GYRUDA Doom of Depths. Oh no. Oh no! Thanks for the follow there. Agger1103? Aggro? Probably? Agrolob? Oh, sorry, Jig. Here you go. I said it right? Okay. I don't know which one was the right. I'm assuming aggro. Or maybe it was agger? Maybe it was agger. Alright, ramping with Steve is just the best way to ramp in this deck because of Urborg. Although this provides all colors, which would have set me up better for the Grisly Salvage. But I think we'll still be okay. This is not turn 3 Tron out of them, so maybe there's a chance. Hold on, I do not want to F6 here. Do not F6. Yes, this is the playlist we're listening to right now, Jig. It seems to be mostly N64. So, there's a track list underneath it. Okay, that's a good draw. I would like to hit a fetch land or a... I did not hit what I wanted. At all. Okay, well... Did the ad policy on Twitch change? How do you mean? Is this the same opponent? I don't think so. This one's Jace, Wielder of Mysteries. I don't think the last one was. Maybe someone put out like a sideboard guide or a deck tech on this on Greentron that's told people never ever mulligan. Well... If I take the map, they go star into scrying. If I take the scrying, they just play the map and use it. So I guess taking the map means they have to use more cards to do what they want. I think we're screwed this game. This is from Bomberman Hero, this song. And or Bomberman 64 was what the copy I had was called. And it had a sweet, like, lounge vibe to the whole thing. It was like electro bossa novas, like this is kind of like, and some like drum and bass. Okay, so we're getting Karned. And if I draw a land, then I can Gyruda and or Grave Titan. Here comes the tower. Then they Karn. I guess they could always dust my Caryatid, but I don't think they'll ever do that. Oh god. This is from a terrible game. Blast Corpse. Like, I don't know what else to call that, right? Dave? Electro Bossa Nova kind of sounded nice. It's like a 90s like Euro lounge vibe, but like a bossa nova. There's tons of what I would refer to as drum and bass on the Bomberman Hero soundtrack. Man, two Greentron players in a row that are just like Tank City. I actually don't mind. This is like chill, you know? Some other point I'll be upsetty spaghetti. Ever watched Nirvana, the band, the show? No? Is Kurt Cobain rolling in his grave? Did they get Kurt Novalesk, or whatever his last name is, and Dave Grohl to do their own voices? Oh. What are you gonna do? Bridge? Maybe Tormod's Crypt me? Grafdigger's Cage. Yeah, that does stop Gyruda. I guess there was a reason for them to tank. Okay, so I need them to now play a Rest in Peace. They can just get Bridge next turn, but if they do, they're not necessarily going to be able to unload their whole hand, so I guess let's floop some zombies into play. This is ever so slightly better than the other thing I could have done. Also, of note, they did not have the Karn in their hand. Oh, they still have the All Is Dust. Yeah, we're just done here. We're not winning this game. Alright. Once again against Greentron, once again with no particular sideboard hate, but on the play, I'll take these cards. I'll cut these cards, and one of these cards, and one of... See, this has to be worse, right? It's like general random ramp. Then Brutality, which can sometimes floop a threat quickly. Yeah, okay. So low-budget mockumentary about two Canadian dudes trying to get their band on stage at a local venue through various schemes and hijinks. Huh. How do I feel about Hammer? I like Hammer a lot, but you're 100% right. So the biggest difference is that Hammer is like a very much proactive deck. And blue control decks and even Murktide have the ability to pivot into a more reactive and sort of reactive or sort of tempo-focused deck. And by tempo, what I mean is you are winning slowly and inevitably, but your turn-to-turn actions don't need to be... it's mostly about, like, protecting your advantage, I guess. And Hammer does have that, too. It's just very different. It's, like, much more proactive because, like, the way that Hammer plays a tempo game is by putting, like, a Stoneforge in play, and a Memnite, and like another noodly little creature, and it's Garda's Aid, and constantly having your opponent have to hold up their interaction for your Flash Hammer, and then you just pick away at them, and you pick away at them, and you pick away at them, and then hopefully eventually they die, or they have to react in a way where you get to hammer them. It's not even like a tempo deck, but it's like you start needling them. Yeah, for sure, Palmsor. But yeah, I don't know. It's and there are versions like Crusher Bot where they play a lot more like combo protection stuff, like not damping sphere, defense grid, and silence. But most hammer decks don't try to play like that. Most hammer decks are just like, no. I'm going to be like this weenie affinity deck kind of thing that's just like beating up on you, while very slowly in the background there's like this niggling threat of the hammer. It's a very different mindset. In blue-white control, you have inevitability where it's like, if both players just play land go, in most matchups you're going to feel like, oh, I'm going to win. In hammer time, if you're going land go, you're losing every turn you do that. Every turn you're not taking a step towards killing your opponent or putting pressure on them, you're losing the game. You're always going to be the aggressor. You are never going to be the one who has the sort of inevitability. Okay, this is very beatable. Well, maybe very beatable is an exaggeration, but this is beatable. Out of the payoffs that could have just happened there, this is a beatable one. So, would I rather have the Gyruda from exile to my hand or an extra mana dork? I think it's extra mana dork in case they play Karn from hand. Karn from hand makes me exile Archon, but then I cast Gyruda? Yeah, okay. And they're not going to gain 6 this cycle if they attack with a Wurmcoil Engine. Yeah, proactive decks like Affinity and Hammer are not normally my kind of thing, but like they're way more my thing than like Burn, because they do have like a sort of two-pronged attack. They're just like they're one-dimensional in that, like, if your opponent resolves, Sarah's Emissary, yeah, you're dead. Well, this is gonna suck again, but interesting, Matt. So it's like Relic of Soul Guide. Yeah, I agree with that, Kooky. And that's the reason that decks like Red-Green Scapeshift are strong, is like they have a really great end game that most decks can't interact with, which is just like, listen, I'm just going to put enough lands into play that draw a land. I would like to. It's actually not good to draw a land, because then they just sack the Wurmcoil Engine. I mean, it's not good enough. I think we're in huge trouble here, and I think we're going to lose this second matchup against Greentron, but that's fine. It's clearly not a deck that we have. Goodness gracious, that's a lot of mana. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's not enough. But playing the Gyruda doesn't really help me much. I mean, we'll play the Archon. Maybe we draw something. I do have an Abrupt Decay in my deck to kill this, in theory. Look at this Cabal Coffers. It's made a fat stack of mana. Textless 6/6 is bad. Yeah, it's not great. Oh no, they have Veil again? And Warping Whale. Oh, sure. Whatever. You could have sacked your Wurmcoil Engine, opponent. You could have just sacked the Wurmcoil Engine. Does this deck play Mind Sludge? It does not. That would be fun. Gyruda gets around Grafdiggers. It does not. Unless there's also a Rest in Peace in play. Bork Magic. I commented on that. So Gyruda puts the cards into the graveyard. Gyruda gets around Leyline. Correct. and Rest in Peace, but not Grafdigger's Cage. Because GYRUDA doesn't care what zone the card goes into. I don't know. I'll take this. And then they're going to go wish for... Badagaboosh! They're going to go wish for Bridge now, which is fine. What did they sack to Archon? Scion. Eldrazi Scion token off of Warping Whale. Yeah. They could have just sacked the Wurmcoil Engine. Like, it's not really doing anything. And their plan was to get this bridge down. So, again, we have Abrupt Decay in the deck. And I'm going to cast a second Archon this turn to try to draw to it. That's an amount of damage. So now they'd just be sacking one of the worm tokens. Yeah. All right. Titan's not the worst draw in the world. This can't deal... Yeah, this is just life loss. So I can't deal damage to Karn with this. They're going to plus their Karn this turn. That doesn't put me anywhere in particular. Let's grab my companion because I can. Yeah. Because they have a bridge down, I think I could still attack with Sylvan Caryatid, but I'd rather use it for mana this turn. We need an Urborg. We'll get there. Urborg wouldn't put us up that much mana, but it would let me Titan 2 of their Tron lands, which would be nice. Tough with Defender? Nah. I'm not worried about it, Cookie. That was the joke, by the way. It's low enough power to get under the bridge, but it actually has Defender. Yeah, my bad. I can be deadpan when I want to be. I'm not normally good at it, but I can be. Relic. Okay, well, that's fine. Wasn't doing anything with my graveyard anyway. No. Brutal. Are they just gonna plus? No, they're going to exile an Archon. All right. Oh, yeah, totally. I mean, I love swinging with Hard Evidence Crabs. I love it. I really do. It's like, it's just a fun time, right? It's just respectful, you know? It's respectful when you're against someone who doesn't... Well, that's a draw. Huh. I wasn't expecting to get this far. All right. So, kill the bridge. Kill Karn Liberated. Tourach swings at Karn Great Creator. They'll leave the Death Touch blocker and block Tourach. Then I Titan them off their Tron. No, I can't Titan them off Tron. There's no Yawgmoth or Urborg in play. So they're going to get to keep their Tron. Yeah. I'm just wondering if the... I have to leave this in play, which is worrisome with them having Tron. No, I can't play Sundering Titan. I cannot play Sundering Titan. It's going to kill 2 of my lands. Well, let's see what Archon draws me, I guess, is going to be a deal breaker. They have a 4. Oh, sure. Yeah. Thank you. I knew that before. Somehow I lost it in the shuffle. I almost think I should be killing this. Which is weird to say, but, like... I feel that I'm going to win more easily without this in play. I know I have to leave this, but, like, it's going to exile my Archon or something, but I'll still have a Sundering Titan. It's just that this could... It's worrisome. Alright, let's see what I draw, but... Because, like, if they get a Sundering Titan... Currently, it's a Null Rod. No, it's not. They can wish. They can wish with it right now. Like, when they untap. I mean, it'll die, but still, like, I don't know. Yeah, alright. We'll attack Great Creator. Sorry, Liberated. But I'm not entirely sure that I should be. But let's see what they draw. Lots of good draws in the deck. Urborg would be the best one, actually. By far. Ransack the Lab could be an Urborg. Oh, we can't actually cast the Sundering Titan right now, can we? Oh, they sacked the Liberated. Right. Swinging with Tourach was pointless. Although they put the Death Touch one in front, so I'll take it. Yeah, that's me just being bad at combat. Well, in the Archon trigger. Yeah. Anyway. 6. Well, let's see what I hit. Actually, I should not use that in case I hit the Urborg. Grave Titan? You put the Death Touch in front, they don't order it? I thought blocker... Oh, maybe you're right. Yeah, sorry. Why are we not GYRUDA? I mean, they have a Grafdigger's Cage. It's not going to do much. Double Coffers? Yeah, that lets me Titan. Cage stops GYRUDA. Cage absolutely stops GYRUDA. Or just cast Titan now? Yeah. I mean, if they're going to Brutality the token, that's the thing we're going to do. They're going to get Sundering Titan, right? How do I beat Sundering Titan? I guess I already have the Archon. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 6, 7 mana. I kind of like Coffers. Because now we go, like, crazy bananas mana. We're going to cut them off green, which stops them from playing a whole bunch of their spells. I lose the Swamp for this, but that's okay. I have double Coffers. We have more mana than we'll ever need. Okay. Hold on, I'm getting wiggly. I'll be back in a second. They can O-Stone / all is dust us? Sure. They got Ballista? For what? 7? No, 6. Okay. No, it doesn't exile the cards. As a default, GYRUDA does not exile the cards. It mills the cards. It's pretty explicit. It literally just says, mill the cards. And the trick with GYRUDA is that even if you're exiling them, GYRUDA knows which cards got milled with GYRUDA and can find them. That's the trick with GYRUDA. I think you're misremembering it. Archon could draw me a Swamp, actually. So, I can't afford to play the Gyruda anyway. But if I draw a swamp, I can. Is that right? Well. Yes, it gets around Rest in Peace, it gets around Leyline, but it does not get around Cage, unless there's also Rest in Peace or Leyline. Right. Cage just says creatures can't enter from graveyard or from exile. So that's a pretty good draw, but not quite good enough. Well, this is a Scotch late. I mean, now we have a truly ridiculous amount of mana. Do I attack them? And then just put the second threat in? No. We get lethal on board either way. This is just way more risky and stupid. No reason to leave the Karn in. How much are my coffers tapping for? Just for funsies, I want to know. 8. Alright, not bad. I want to know without counting. That seems like too much work. My hand is not going to do anything anyway. See, I can choose one of these, right? And it just fails to enter. Because Grafdigger's Cage says, oh, you can choose it. It's just not allowed to come in. Grafdigger's Cage doesn't stop you from attempting to resolve a collected company. It just stops you from resolving it properly. Alright. How good's your last Haymaker? Maybe you bricked? Uh-oh. Alright. One redraw. Yes, exactly. Wow. Again with the Karn liberated. Alright, well. Oh, they're all swamps. Very nice. Kill that. Kill that. We don't have anything that costs double green in our deck, so this is totally fine. Thanks, opponent. That was sweet. Well, our draws have been a touch disappointing. We no longer have lethal on deck. Pretty sure I still have to attack down the Karn. But now I need them to brick twice because I don't have lethal in play anymore. If we draw the third Archon, we'll be in good shape. We're down to 22 cards in the deck, so it's not impossible. But I do have a bunch of Persist. They have one Karn left? I don't know. You scooped now? Really? You missed one time and you're just done? Alright. It's unlikely to play a threat. But then they just remove my Gyruda Bomat, and then I have to play another Gyruda with Summoning Sickness. It just ends up being the same thing, except I'm giving them the choice of plussing. But we're not using the Gyrudas, right? Like, they're not triggering. I mean, again, technically they're triggering, but they're not doing anything with the trigger. So, I think I like my line better. Just because it means they don't get to, like, plus it. Because if they plus it, then I attack them to 4, then they minus it. Like, now I'm really in trouble. The plus lives. Yeah, exactly. No, but they would have been at 4, so they had to. Oh, okay. Yeah, never. Maybe I think the way I handled it was fine. Yeah, because I could attack them to 4, and then they have to minus it, and they're at 4. But then I cast it. Yeah, it's okay, Bowman. I think I was fine. I'm willing to be wrong always. I think I want the ramp back. Gyruda seems a little loose. I mean, obviously, I don't want to like be too low on hits, though. What did I cut the other time? It was I mean, oh, on the draw it was on the draw. I want the brutalities, but basically, my opening hand has to have a plan. Usually wrong. I have smooth brain. It's okay. I'm wrong frequently as well. We'll be all wrong together. That's the best part. If we're all wrong together, are we really wrong? The answer is yes. I cannot keep this. I don't think I should keep this. Yeah, I should not. Gemstone Caverns really wants to be in my hand this game. Well, this hand does suck. That's one thing it does well. Deck needs a Mind Sledge. I don't know. Do we go to 4? Probably, right? It's just that bad. Yeah, I mean, that's the best one so far. Okay. All my both Tron opponents so far, Kooky, have just been like not mulling at all. They're just like keep 7 every day, all day. With all the Dirty 4-of decks in this format, I'm surprised nobody's playing Haunting Echoes. Well, you need the cards to get in their graveyard first, and you're playing a 5-mana sorcery that doesn't affect the battlefield. So, like, I guess you could sideboard it against things like Blue-White Control, but I don't think it's worth it. Also, if they're winning that game, I feel like you're not going to start winning the game. Why Cobrew versus Tron? I have no better options. This sideboard here is not particularly set up in any way, shape, or form to face Tron. Cobrew is a discard outlet, and it might take a relevant spell. Like, it's not impossible. They basically natural Tron. Great. And they have Karn again, which is going to get Grafdigger's Cage. The Pack Rats, though, I don't think Pack Rat is a better choice than what I put in, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't think Pack Rat is better against Tron than the rest of what we have. I think we just have a bad Tron matchup. The fact that I won 1 out of 2 games is a miracle. They got Liquid Metal Coating. Okay. Well, yeah, this is unfortunate. You don't understand why they're in the deck? You mean the sideboard? For, like, Blue-White Control, I think. It's an annoying card for Blue-White. Yeah, Liquid Metal Coating is going to be less than the most fun. And this is not an instant, so by instead of... basically, I got because I did the thing that I thought was smarter so I could double spell the next turn. And, yeah, we're just out of this. That's fine. I think we have a bad green Tron matchup, and I don't, like, and they just, like, bang natural Tron on the 7. Like, I'm not going to be mad about it. We're clearly not built to fight them, and they had great hands in game 1 and 3, so... We're the opposite of a deck that's built to beat Tron. Last seen on Indomitable Creativity. Interesting. Nuclear Atom on the play. I guess I'll keep this. Yep. Turn 3 Archon seems alright. That is not creativity. Could be Belcher. Oh, they're on that one? The Jeskai creativity? Yeah, this is Belcher. Or Oops. Or that combination one. Oh, I can't escalate twice. Oh, yeah, there we go. I think we ditch Archon because GYRUDA is too much of like a random YOLO. Yeah, we're dead, right? This is terrifying? It's not terrifying. It's oops all spells. We're dead. Actually, I don't know if they're going to instantaneously kill us. I'm at 21, and they're missing a Vengevine and a Creeping Chill? Yeah, let's find out. I don't know that we're dead. What are we taking? 9 plus 12? Oh, we're dead. Yeah. Probably? Probably. Yeah, it's still 21. I didn't actually count it up, and as soon as I did, I was like, oh, no, yeah. Yeah, we're dead. Okay. But they do they have Thassa's Oracle? Not in the main deck. Okay. So, 4X Leyline. Void Mirror? Do they cast the Salvage Titan? Do they bother? Sack 3 artifacts rather than play the spells, but it triggers the Vengevines anyway. They don't need it. Bring in Abrupt Decay. Okay, Wurmcoil out again. Caryatid out, I think. Yeah. I think this is how we want to be. Yeah. Okay. And we're definitely on the Mull to Leyline plan. Well, this hand sucks. But it's got Leyline, and if we draw Persist, we're in business. Or Green Source. They went to 5. Okay. Yeah, so Sword of the Meek Carrion Lich is part of the Oops combo. If you haven't seen it before. Or you haven't seen it in a while. I know Oops has definitely been on the outs more than Belcher that just sort of came back recently. Oh. Draw was pretty pog. So we have 5 mana next turn. So play Brutality, grab GYRUDA. They have all mana. Literally their whole hand is mana. So they sideboarded into Belcher, didn't they? That's annoying. Thank you for the resub there, Darth Combo. I guess I take the Ritual. Yeah, that would let them play Belcher next turn if they drew it. Okay. Okay, we did the hand. Okay, so we need a land drop. Oh no, they... Goodness gracious. Well, okay. So if GYRUDA hits, it could be a faster clock than what they've got. But Grave Titan is a 2-turn clock. Whereas GYRUDA is maybe a 3. So I think we can just play the Grave Titan. Gotta go for GYRUDA here? I don't know if that's true. I feel like this was the non-coward line. Kill them in 2, rather than be scared and try to YOLO for a bigger card. If I thought I was like 100%... Oh no, they drew it? Oh, they're going to play the Seagate, right? So that's what's happening? No. Thanks, Carrion Lich. Like, GYRUDA was both the fun play, and it was the play that, like, maybe... Yeah, they thought, for some reason, that they could cast the Seagate, I'm assuming. I don't know what happened there, but it's fine. Okay, so if they're on Belcher, is there anything I can do about it? No. No, there isn't. I guess I could play Tourach as a discard spell. It's pretty slow. It really doesn't seem worth it, does it? I can definitely cut Sundering Titan because they don't play any lands with basic types. Yeah. Yeah, Jig. It's all jams. Well, Eyelash TV last night was listening to a playlist that was like a more eclectic version of this. Like, it was a lot more random. So I was like, I want like a single mood of video game music. I guess the one she was listening to was a little bit more aggressive overall. Am I keeping this? This is missing too much. Like, I have the Leyline, but they're on Belcher now. Yeah. There we go. Wow. Wow! Yeah? Bottom land? Maximum greed? I guess bottoming one of the mana-producing land would be more greedy. Yeah, I like this. Sure. Oh, Cabal Stronghold Carrion Lich? Yeah, it's really awful. I played it a bunch in like casual decks in Standard, which was really fun, but it's really bad. It's really, really bad. During the Ravnica block, though, that second Ravnica block, you could get away with playing, like, kind of, I'm going to call them casual decks like that. So if I Brutality here, there's just, like, a really good chance that I just miss or I hit nothing relevant. But I think I have to. I think if I don't Brutality here, I'm just way too likely to die. Blood Moon. Well, oh, they have the Informer, though. It's just over. We're just dead. Oh, no, because we have the Leyline. So they're going to Blood Moon me, but I have Ransack the Lab to try to draw through. We got a pretty good amount of swamps in this deck. Alright. Well. Here we are, born to be kings. Sure, you got me. Yikes. Yikes! So I'll take the non-basic land. don't love that. I get to grab GYRUDA next turn, so at least I'm not doing anything. I thought they were nice mountains, basic swamp. There you are. They have to use the treasure for this. They got a 2/3. Okay. Cantor, clock is go. I like the one with the lily. That's my favorite swamp. I don't know if it's in the deck. It is this one. Yeah. This is the one, by the way. This is the one. That is the swamp, in my opinion. This is the best swamp that's ever been made. Yeah, I like my 6/6s too. I just need to find another one of my 6 swamps. Yeah, that's the Dan Fraser. You're right. Oh, they have Talisman. But also, they can just draw a Belcher at this point. Or that. Wish I had those Wurmcoils now, don't I? Just can't even kill one of his creatures, huh? So one of their creatures? Well. I literally can't cast this, ever. Wengewine? Yikes. Oh, I should have discarded the Caverns. What am I doing? When I cast GYRUDA? I can't? That's impossible. Lorwyn Colorful Swamp is goat? It's a good one, too. Ooh. Wow. So if we draw a swamp right now, we can live. The hell? Oh, Spike Field. Nice. Well played. So we lost to nothing but linear, sort of like stack-based decks, I guess. Well, again, like, I wasn't expecting them to have Blood Moon. Maybe I should have, but I feel like my colors in the early game, I needed to have the green because I had the Sakura-Tribe Elder in hand. But when I Brutalitied them, I didn't take anything that they could actually use. Like, the things that I were worried about, and I probably shouldn't have been worried about, were like, what is it called? Ironcrag Feet into Belcher. But because I don't know what's in their deck. They're playing some weird hybrid Belcher, oops version. And, like, I said it when I did it. Like, I think I have to cast this because the chance of me dying is too high. And that may not have actually been the case because I had the Leyline in play. And they might not be able to make... But then again, they could have just gone Ritual Belcher and then next turn kill me. And I didn't have an out for that. Deck doesn't have an out for it. So... Alright, we're going to YOLO this hand and keep it. Say it makes you sad? I'm going to keep it. It worked out last time. Every instance of randomness is unique, so. Planes, okay. Esper Sentinel, okay. This seems like the kind of thing we were built to fight. This is... Oh my god. Stop. They stopped. See? Oh, no! Should have griefed. Sorry. Not used to that. So it's just pure steel? Okay. Yeah. So we pitch GYRUDA here. But let's play Ransack first in case I draw something else that I want to pitch, I guess. Oh, whoops. Sorry. Under enough... well, I guess I get to... oh. But I'm only going to have Grief in the graveyard. Huh. Well. There's no way I'm not taking that. And then, yeah, pitch GYRUDA. Quite a good draw. It might be a little slow, though. That's the problem. Yeah. That's how it ended up going. Oh, they're on Crusherbot's deck. So we have to take the Steel Shaper's Gift. There's, yeah, this is Hammer, and that's Death. So good. Actually ended up being good sequencing for me to play badly into the Esper Sentinel, because we don't know which one of those two they drew, but it's a 50-50 chance that the Steel Shaper's Gift was on top of their deck, and that would have killed us. Okay, they've got a Sword of Fire and Ice in their hand they can't play. So we're on a clock, but maybe we can get ahead of it. That's a good draw. So it's Persist the Grief this turn. Well, Caryatid means I don't, right? I think I should Persist the Grief. Yeah, you're right, Jig. Oh yeah, I forgot that, of course, the equip becomes free. Just because it's Sword of Fire and Ice doesn't mean it's not free to equip. Yeah, you're 100% right. There's only one play here. Oops. I actually need quote unquote the other green, but I'm just gonna do it this way because I don't want to shock right now. My life total is low enough. Thank you. So I don't have double green for next turn, but I think it's okay. They drew Memnite. Cool. This is a 2-1 though? God, that sucks. So they just attack with everything but pure steel? Oh, they just attack with everything. Okay, I mean... so I go to 6, and they have 4 power, but I play Caryatid. Alright. We're maybe getting there. We're maybe getting there. Deploy the Implacable Plant Wall. Thanks, Dobaroon. It's certainly something. Okay, well, we're dead next turn. We are, in fact, playing GYRUDA. I don't know what I can draw anymore. Not that. No, we're just dead. Ransack to Persist, Archon. Yeah, that'd be the draw. I looked for it. It wasn't that. We did not find that. Once again, it feels like I don't have a lot of sideboard cards. I guess Tourach has Pro White as a 2-drop, which is not irrelevant. Titan's not good here. Wurmcoil is good here. Brutality's okay. Yeah, I don't think I need Tourach. It's an interesting idea, but a lot of their creatures are evasive and or artifacts, so... I should have griefed on one, though, because that would have removed the Pure Steel Paladin. That's on me. That whole game was my fault. It's like one Salvage or one Ransack the Lab. Or one Brutality. Oh, we're on the play, right? We can cut a Gemstone Caverns. Should do that more often. Well, there's just not a lot of good 2 CMC removal, right? Like, you can't, like, you could play Slaughter Pact for a 0, but then you have to pay the 3. Or you play, like, I don't know, more Doom Blades, which are not... This hand is kind of good, though, so... The new Shock Yourself? I mean, yeah. Like, I'd rather play Cast Down than Infernal Grasp. Or, No, Cast Down's the one. Cast Down's the one. So, I don't need to triple scale this. It's also not normally good to do against Hammer. I don't know, I'm just playing Caryatid here. Obviously, if they have Sigarda's Aid into Hammer. No, I have the Abrupt Decay afterwards. Alright, it's probably fine. Well, if I top deck a land, then we get to animate the Grave Titan next turn. Right? We're on 25 lands right now, so it's not unlikely. Yeah, okay. Okay, I like the way this went. I think I just hold the Abrupt Decay here. So if they play Sigarda's Aid, we kill Pure Steel in response. If they play a Hammer, we kill Pure Steel in response. Yep. Just in the waiting room for a land right now. And if it's a Coffers, it doesn't do anything for me. That's fun. Stoneforge. That's fine. There we go. Another Mem Knight, sure. Land? Maybe land. I'm gonna let him draw. What? Alright. 25 lands, not enough. I do have the Damnation, so it's like... I'm not super worried about how bad the board's going to get here, but that was annoying. Ooh, freak you nasty. Our love is so young it sickens me. We're almost on Twitch, baby. They have another Pure Steel? Oh, okay. That's fine. And by fine, I mean frickin' horrifying, but you know, whatever. Dead in 2 turns? Nah, we're good. I have Persist for Archon right now. Plus a Sack Elder. I guess we do this first, and I guess I should do it in this wise. Why didn't they put it on the Esper Sentinel? No, we're not getting Grave Titan, we're getting Archon. Archon's considerably better here, I'm pretty sure of it. Right? Am I wrong? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm the one who's crazy. Titan's 3 blockers? Oh, because they can juggle the plating. But they're going to lose multiple creatures per turn doing that. They don't have enough damage. I don't think I mind. If they spend their entire attack just juggling a plating, like, that's fine. I'm not worried about Pure Steel. I'm not worried about Sigarda's Aid unless they also have another hammer. If they hit me here for 5, and they're going to lose their 2 best creatures, right? So, not lose, but... How is this list felt compared to the Esper Reanimator list? It's just totally different. It's not... I wouldn't say this deck is good, but it's definitely neat. I mean, we did play against Greentron twice, and we split that, but the first player seemed really inexperienced. But this has a terrible Greentron matchup, and we faced it twice. You lose Archon if you block with it? I mean, if they want to move the plating onto the... But now they can't equip anything. This is fine. They're not doing anything. They're just literally not doing anything this turn. That doesn't do anything either. Yeah, like they attack with Memnite, I block with Sakura-Tribe Elder and sack it. They're just not even attacking, unless they really... Okay. I could be forced to ramp. I think I'm just going to Damnation next turn after I attack with Archon, honestly. I mean, I guess they have the Saga, so maybe not this turn. Maybe turn after next? Yeah, turn after next. But might just be casting Grave Titan here, actually. Well, let's see what happens when I attack with Archon. Oh, they're at 6. They're almost dead. They can't use their silent clearings anymore. That seems really good for me. They do have the Shadow Spear, so they can gain a whack of life. So... But if I play Grave Titan, they're going to gain 8-ish life. Oh, just kill them. Yes, just kill them. Good lord, Zach. I was like, they're at 1. How do I beat them? Yes, thank you. They're still King of Mislethal. Still King of Mislethal. Still King of Mislethal. There we go. Yeah, I can't find it. There's a lot of things I can find in life, Shauna. A lot of very important things. Lethal is not one of them. I didn't find it! Chad had to tell me like 8 times. With Belcher, I don't calculate it. All the decks that I love, I don't have to think about my opponent's life total. Yeah, what's a life total? I'm going to cast Corruption and fork it off my Mirari, so I'm going to hit you for 50. Alright, I mean, I guess this is a keep. Opponent keeps as well. Rats. Well, double rats. What a sequence. All right, I guess we're hard casting this Wurmcoil. Miss Nantuko Shade, yeah. I like forking a Corruption. The hell? Is setting up for the Pure Steel into instant equip? Yeah, I can do that, Ashanti. Not exactly at this moment, but I will. I don't think I cast this yet. I probably should have played the Marsh Flats. Whatever. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward, Ashanti. There's GYRUDAs, there's Grave Titans, there's one Sundering Titan, and there's Archon of Cruelties. You get to play GYRUDA as your companion. GYRUDA can hit fatties out of your deck, and you're also a Reanimator deck. Yeah, so the companion says you can only play even-numbered casting costs. So, discard to hand size? Not worth. Yeah. You mill the top 4 cards, and then... of each player's library, and you get to pick one. Well, opponent, we seem to be at an impasse. Demon Kraken. Release the Kraken. Don't fetch. I mean, I understand why you're saying that, but like, I don't know. I feel like I'd rather just have the thing. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe it's just technically correct not to. They have the mana open. They're not using it this turn, so like I feel like there's no way to game them through the relic, because they also get to untap the relic, and I don't have a second card to put in the... I mean, I guess if I Brutality it, I'd force the relic, but then I don't have a second discard outlet. What are you playing? I don't know. You're right. Like, and again, you're definitely right. It's just like, I don't know. It's not a big deal. But it was correct not to do. Well, next turn we just start hard casting, right? What a game. I think this is MTG. Really? I thought this was supposed to be a top 5 esport. Why isn't anyone doing anything? Okay. Why not pick up GYRUDA, then discard a hand side? Because that wouldn't force relic, right? They would just tap on my turn and then they tap again. Yeah, like. Titan first. Grave Titan. No, freak. It's not, and it never has been. Yeah, it's been top 3. Yeah, here's my 2-turn clock. Enjoy. Thin Ice. So if I draw my Abrupt Decay, that's like complete PogChamp. They have no Mem Knights, no nothing? Or do they just sandbag? What is top 5? I assume at least one of those shooters like Valorant or Overwatch. There must be a... there's probably a turn-based strategy game in there somewhere. Hearthstone? Really? Oh, you're making stuff up. Got it. You're just shitposting. Cool. I think I'm going to Grisly Salvage into trying to hit a land drop, because then I can play Wurmcoil as well. Yeah. Oop. It's like very unlikely to miss. Yeah. Coffers. That's a ludicrous amount of mana now. Thank you. Oh, hold on. Can I... I can't. I can't use the Tribe Elder and So I don't really get to do anything with this, huh? Well, I guess I get to put the Gyruda in my hand. Alright. Yeah. One of those keyboard DDR games. Stepmania. I would love if Stepmania was a top 5 esport. That'd be really funny. There's a speedrunner I watched who was Osu. Is that an actual thing that's actually like Stepmania? Sacks the Relic. Okay. Is it Osu or OSU? I have no idea what this is. I've never heard of it. Wait, so when do we get, like, keyboard typing champion, whatever? Not yet, Alex. I checked yesterday. I'll check again today, but I'm sure it'll come in this week. Like, if Stepmania can be a top 5 esport, then we should just have, like, typing tutor. That's what it is, typing tutor. Where it's just, like, letters coming down, and you just have to type. DDR, but drawing with a tablet on to trace paths. Yeah, like in Mario Party. Right? Like there was the old one, there was a design and you had to, what was the actual mechanic of it? I know there was a picture and I know you had to draw it out, but I forget how. Was it like a bomb that you had to roll around? I can't remember. Second on thin ice. They have 7 cards in hand. What is happening? Yeah, Dota 2 makes sense. Yeah, a first-person shooter. Fortnite, yeah, another third-person shooter. League of Legends, I mean, that's basically Dota. Beat Saber. All right, so I have 10 mana. But I have to floop it all at once. I could lead on Gyruda. So I barely played the Gyruda this league. I think I'm supposed to play Archon, though. Because it just draws me a card. Can I play Archon and leave up enough to... There's no way, right? No. Elder is free. Huh? Oh, Steve. Yeah. We play Archon and Steve. Oh, I see what you mean. Right, got it. Thank you. Yes, you provided me with one of the lines I was looking for. So we play Steve, get a swamp. And it's mana neutral. Oh no, I can play Gyruda and Wurmcoil now. I'm doing that then. Because this is ridiculous. So here's Gyruda triggering through. And Gyruda got me the Archon. See, we got both anyway. Why would I ever not do this? I had more, opponent. I had more. Alright, so we beat Hammer Time. Which I kind of love. Oh man, how are we not playing Shriekmaw in this Muldrifter world? Did opponent claim it was bugged? They didn't say anything. They just scooped it up. I think people still understand how that all worked, Roy. That happened a long time. Well, maybe people have forgotten, but... Fairy is currently more expensive than Solitude. Is it actually? I should sell my 4 copies online, probably. And then rebuy into them later. Oh, so basic swamp. If the cards are being put into exile against Gyruda, Gyruda doesn't care. Gyruda tracks which cards were milled, no matter what zone they end up in. Was your Rhinos fun to play? So I don't like regular Rhinos, and I don't like your Rhinos. It's just not my kind of deck, not my cup of tea. This is a lot of mana. I don't have a green source, so I think I'm just gonna bottom the... No, I'm gonna go Mord mode. Bottom the swamp. I have no payoffs, and we're just gonna be fine. Not against that, though. Okay. Well, I can kill it on turn 2, maybe. Oh, yeah, you're right. Basic swamp. My bad. Yeah, Teferi will crash. Oh, I'm getting the secret lair ones in paper, but then I'll sell off my old ones in paper. See this opening hand, thought Deathcloud. It's not a bad thought. Oh, good. Okay, so they can't spell pierce me here. So we go -2, and get them. Yeah, it's very spiked up hard. Okay, and that's an instant, so they didn't flip. And they have nothing in hand? Goodness gracious. Very lucky. They're going to flip now, but still. If they don't. Yikes. Double yikes. No, this is Randy. Huh? What's happening? Oh, there we go. I see. So next turn I can just cast GYRUDA, huh? Okay. Are they dashing? Nope. They're expressing themselves! Stop them! Oh my god! The PTA has disbanded! Ah! No, 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 no. The PTA has not disbanded. Ah! What, that one, Freak? It's alright. I like it a lot. Skinner says that the teachers will crack any second. Purple Monkey Dishwasher. Well! Oh, the expressive iteration joke? I'm glad I've made an impact on your life, sir. Holy crap. I don't know why I think that the expressive iteration joke is funny. It's not. But it's almost funny. Alright, so we literally need to flip into Archon. I think that's the only thing that saves me here. GYRUDA Doom of Depths. So we flipped into Archon. So, you know. So that was good. The day when Archon of Cruelty was flipped off of GYRUDA was the most impactful, damaging day of your life. But for him, it was just Thursday. Ransack's probably great. Probably. They haven't played a single piece of counter magic so far. They've just been, like, tapping out for threats every turn, so... And if they have heat here, I'm not going to be super happy. So we'll see. yeah, I get it, Freak. Yeah, they found the heat. Okay, so we gotta find reanimation spell. It's okay, their deck doesn't have much card selection. Yeah. Murktide has never found the answers it needs. I have 8 mana. So I can ransack and then, well, we'll see. I have more than 8 mana. What do I have, 10? 11. So let's find Archon. Again. Or Persist. ¿Por qué no los dos? Pourquoi ne le deux? I'm 1 mana short of casting Collective Brutality, which would make me feel a lot more comfortable. They're on 1 card in hand. They need Heat into Bolt to kill me. Yeah, Bomat, that's probably right. I just didn't want a 5/5 Archon. But that doesn't matter. Is that Francois? No, Francois is French. Well, I should have played a Persist there, Mr. Fringe. Yeah, everyone's right. I should have played Persist so I could drain them twice, and then I wouldn't even die to Heat Bolt. Yeah, we got him anyway. But I did make a misplay, again. Please keep pointing out when I make misplays. I know it gets exhausting, but someday I'll learn. Or not, who knows. Caryatid's actually nice against Monkey deck. Grease, fine. Wurmcoil's fine. Yeah, 5. No, the thing is, the 5/5 wasn't relevant. I thought it was, but I didn't really think about it properly. It still dies to Heat. It still dies to DRC Bolt. I agree with you, Basic Swamp. When I was buying them, I was kind of on a budget, so they were at a ridiculous discount. They're also kind of uncomfortable, so also a misplay. I prefer black headphones from Urban Ears, but I want the Abrupt Decay. Okay. 5 cuts, huh? Damnation's like, well, you think white headphones are pretty rad? Well, I'm glad someone does. I don't like them if it matters. Oh yeah, so no, we're on the draw. Yeah, I mean it's fine, Freak. Like the first time you do something like that, you're gonna get like a mixed reaction. I had a good time doing it. I'm happy with what I did. I did it on a whim on my birthday. I don't know if I'm ever gonna do it again, you know. But it was a fun time. It was something that people were like, we were goofing about. He's not back from vacation yet, Roy, and I don't have him on Twitter, so I don't know if he knows about it. Hopefully nicely. It wasn't meant to be offensive. Okay, so let's board out Farseek. And like, Steve is not great either, but like, can I cut that much ramp? The way the last game went, I probably can. Wurmcoil's on the ground, so let's cut one of those. Like, would I rather have Grisly Salvage? I guess Ransack being a sorcery is kind of awkward. I think he'll take it well, too. I think he'll find it cute. Yeah, Maître D vibes is definitely like, that's Francois. He's not a Quebecer, you know? At some point, we need, like, Jacques. Jacques Champagne, something like this. I don't know. And that would be the Quebecois personality, who has to be the opposite of Waffo. He's got to be loud and abrasive and opinionated. Yeah, it's actually funny, Bowman. I was expecting it to come up more often. And the 4 coffers were insane last game, because we drew 3 of them, and it was, like, actually relevant. Oh, you know what would be a great sort of, like, inside joke would be for the Quebecer to be Jacques Tabarnak. Jacques Le Garuda? No, Jacques Tabarnak. And people will think it's a Magic reference. No, I'm not going to upbeat Grisly Salvage. I'm assuming they're going to play more proactive cards next turn. And they don't want to counter a Grisly Salvage. Bring on the pain, nerd. One damage. Alright. Yeah, I love the Forever one. Forever one. I'm going to be forever one. One. Please play a second spell. Please play a second spell. God damn it. Well. They did not counter that. I think I want Wurmcoil more on this. If I'm going to hard cast one of these, I would rather it be Wurmcoil. Eventually. I believe that's correct. If I play Persist this turn, it's getting Spell Pierced, right? I mean, that's just a fact. So I'm not going to play it. I guess I could have just taken lands and dished everything. No, I don't want to do that. Oh, that's... well... it's a misplay unless I draw Urborg next turn. Then a Bolt. Okay, and they're just using it for card selection. But they could still have this Spell Pierce in hand, so I don't hate my play at all. Oh, GYRUDA hand. That's the reason that was a misplay. Yeah, sorry. It keeps closing itself. It's really, really frustrating. Oh, great. Thank you. So we're getting Grave Titan? Oh, no, but they get the treasure, so no, we're not. I mean, we can, but we'll try. They should have Counterspell here, though. I think Titan, because Worm could get killed by more potential cards they could board. Oh, they drew Relic. Annoying. Wow, that's really annoying. Yeah, I've been doing it too, but it's like you have to pop it out and back, because it pops itself out, but then it goes away. And like I don't know why it does that. Okay, Urborg changes things, right? Does it? No, we only have 5 mana. We'll just force them to pop the Relic here, and then pick up GYRUDA. I mean, if they have to abrade a Wurmcoil Engine, though, I feel like I'm winning, right? You just leave it open by default? Well, no, but that's what I try to have happen. It just doesn't work. Like... mine opens by default, but then it closes after turn 1, and then you have to open it again. And so, like, if I'm not paying enough attention and popping it out, like, I don't know, aggressively, then it doesn't work. Like, it does put itself out, but only once. Alright, we're getting tempoed down here. If you leave it open manually on turn 0, it never leaves. That hasn't been my experience. Are they digging for the land? They surveilled an expressive iteration. Polluted Delta as well. Just a habit thing. They didn't shock? Hardcast Archon? I guess? Can I? No, not quite. So GYRUDA. No, Wurmcoil. Wurmcoil's way more difficult for them to deal with. Okay. Maybe they have Brazen Borrower? They could have Brazen Borrower. That'd be like the out here. All right, we're through that. How did it work on Arena? They just sit next to your hand in the kind of like castable exile zone thingy freak. Yeah. It's like when you iteration something, it goes into this like holding area. Or if you have something with flashback or escape or something like that, it just kind of floats next to your hand. Yeah, it does basic swamp. So I think what's going to happen here is I'm going to attack with Wurmcoil. They're going to block and then bolt their own creature. I think that's where they're at. But I'm not blinking before combat. Yeah, it's just, there's no way it's correct not to attack. Or heat. Yep. Counterspell. They gotta have one. Dispute. Okay. Yes. Second dispute? Okay. Put heat. So Ragavan plus double bolt would kill me. Not too likely. 1, 2 heats in exile, 1 bolt. Okay. Got us? Nah. They're expressing themselves! No! Him to GYRUDA? Dear GYRUDA, who art in the depths of the ocean, hear my prayer. Why not just Archon there? It was way easier for them to counter it, and it's way higher impact. GYRUDA might just be a 6/6. Archon is way better. So the time where they were the most likely to have a counter, I wanted to play the less valuable card. Now they're in a totally brutal squeeze. Because now they have to interact with me trying to attack with Wurmcoil, which means now I'm going to get to cast Archon. GYRUDA doesn't strike as the theistic type. Well, you don't... GYRUDA didn't form the religion. We the people interpreted GYRUDA's will. Blessed be the Kraken. Abrade? I don't mind if they abrade me. I don't even care. Like, they abrade me, I'll be like, I've got 2 small worms. You cut my worm in half, and now I have 2 smaller worms. You just want them to? I mean, it's fine. Would an iteration of this deck be playable without Cabal Coffers Urborg? Yeah, for sure. You'd probably play Primeval Titan. I think the appeal of this version is, like, in this league, we've hardcast, like, a ludicrous amount of stuff off of Urborgs and Cabal Coffers and stuff. I thought it was going to be a bigger problem, but, like, the really big problem with this league has been the matchups. It seems they dislike the tentacles. This deck loves the tentacle. Praise to the tentacle. Don't you know they gotta dash the monkey? Oh yeah, dash the monkey, dash the monkey. Oh, my voice is back. That took since Sunday. All right. So yeah, this was fine. It was fun. It was, reasonably quick. Against most of the decks you're expecting to play against, this deck is fine, but against Green-Tron, it's loose. It was just shredded, Roy. If you listen to me on Sunday night and Monday, my voice is, beat up. Even on the episode of Twim, it's not great. So yeah, this was fun. I wouldn't highly recommend this, but it's certainly a fun time. We never played against Control or any other matchup where I felt like Pack Rat was viable. Tourach, again, seems like a Control sideboard. I feel like there's no sideboard for Green-Tron, but I also feel like there's no sideboard for a lot of those kind of linear strategies, and you're just hoping to, get them. I think I'd like to see 4 Griefs in this deck, though. Grief seemed good every time we had it, and 4 seems like the right number. Anyway, if you're in the future, on the YouTube, watching this video, make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, check out any of my other videos you're interested in. I